What side we started? We are.
Hey, what's the message? One person?
We are, I think, shiur number 5. Gabriel, yeah?
I'm trying to.
We're page dollar. Shiur 5, I think. Sharei, Orah, Rabbi Yosef Gikatia. Amen. We're talking about Shem, the Hagda. We're still in the Hagdamah. Shemot HaKadosh Baruch Hu.
It's 4.
We're in shiur number 4.
Yeah. The first was an introduction. So
right, introduction. Halot tireh. Behold, see. Ki be'et hatzara keskir Yaakov kel Shakai. When Yaakov was crying out because of Esav, when he prayed to Hashem, he used Shem kel Shakai. All those Shemot in the Torah, in those certain times the Avot or Am Yisrael used them, specifically they knew that in those times they needed to be used. So when Yaakov was crying out to Hashem, when he prayed to Hashem, he used the Shem Kel Shakai. Va'amar El Shaddai Yiten Lachem Rachamim. When the Shvatim, when they were going back to Mitzrayim with the gifts to Yosef, they didn't know it was Yosef. Yaakov was very scared because Shimon was gone, Yosef was gone. Now they took Binyamin. So he said, when he prayed for them, he said El Shaddai Yiten Lachem Rachamim. How come he didn't say Elokim Yiten Lachem Rachamim? Havaya. How come he used Kel Shakai? The Daniel, and another question, Daniel.
Question for you. Abraham Aminov Talmudi?
Yeah. כשהתפלל אל המקדש, when he prayed, אל המקדש, when he prayed for the בית המקדש, אמר, האר פניך על מקדשך, Hashem, כבוד אבי, show the brightness of your face to your מקדש, that's Hashamem, that's destroyed, למען Amonai, for the sake of your name, Amonai. Why did he use in that case? Amonai. ואף על בי שדרשו חז"ל בברכות, even though Chazal and the Gemara gave like a drasha, why he used that name. He said, Leman Avraham Shekaracha Adon. Why did he use the name Amonai, Daniel? Because that's what Avraham called Hashem, and Adon. So he basically was saying, in the merit of Avraham who called you Amonai for the first time. That's what the Gemara said. We still have to understand, that's a drash. That's the Gemara. That's Olam HaBriya. What does the world of Atzilut say? The Chana, third question. כשהתפללה, שייתן לה Hashem zera anashim. When she was praying to God that he should have a baby, maktiv, what name of Hashem she used? I think they were bored, they decided to use any name that came to their head. These people were Nevi'im. Hannah was one of the 7 prophetess, right? Page 12. Hashem Tzavakot. She used the name Hashem Tzavakot. God, Lord of Hosts. Lord of Hosts. Like a general.
It's a combinational.
It's a combination name.
Combination name.
Yeah, Havayat Tzavakot. Im ra'ot tireh be'oni avotenu. He says you can look in the Gemara what they said. Matish darshu. I know we're looking for ikar, the shorsh pnimila. I want to know the ikar. Why they use those names? Lo drashak. We're not coming to make nice drashot. The point of this sefer is to be holy. El ikar de miltakat. Look at the guts of Rabbi Yosef Jikatilia has to say that the Gemara is very nice what it said. We want to know the ikar. We want to know the main stuff.
The main stuff.
I want to give you over, says Rabbi Yosef, the main reasons why those names are used in those certain instances. Every name of Hashem that's written in the Torah, the main name that everyone sucks from is Shem ben Arba Otiot Shu Havaya. The father of all the names is Havaya. Yud Kei Vav Kei. That's the name of all names. You can't even say that name. V'im Tomar Lo Shem Ekia Weikar. Didn't we always say Ekia is the Keter? Ekia should be higher than Havaya. Right? Da. You should know. Ki Shem ben Arba Otiot Hu Kidimyon Gufa Ilan. If you want to imagine God's name, it's like a tree. It's like a tree. Just like a tree has branches and leaves and a trunk and a body. The tree is Yud Kei Vav Kei, but the tree is sucking from roots underground. The roots underground is Shem Ekyeh. And from them will come out all the other names. And all the names, besides Shem Ekyeh and Havaya, all of them compared to Ekyeh and Havaya is just like branches and leaves. Havaya Tzivakot, Amonai, Elokim. The two main names, the Guf HaIlan, the main part of the Ilan, the actual tree, is Yud Kei Vav Kei.
What is the root?
Ikar, the root is Ekyeh.
So it's higher than.
No, because everybody is sucking from Havaya. But Havaya, but it's under the ground, the Ekyeh. It's like a bina. It's like we said, it's a mikvah, right? It's under the ground.
So who was the first one to know the names?
Adam HaRishon, of course. That's what Raziel HaMalach gave him.
Who?
Adam HaRishon was learning Torah by Raziel HaMalach and Malach Yofikel. Malach Yofikel. It was also the Rebbe of Moshe Rabbeinu and Shammai. Malach Yofikel.
Is he the one with always with what's his name with the Memtech?
I know. Malach Matat is the Rosh Yeshiva in Shammai.
So how come nobody in today's world could pronounce the name correctly?
Matat?
Name.
Yofikel?
No,
Yud Kei Vav Kei? You could pronounce it, but you're gonna get correct.
No, but nobody knows how to pronounce it.
No, we do know how to pronounce it. Of course we know how to
Kohen
pronounce it.
Gadol pronounced it.
The Kohen Gadol pronounced it in 10 different ways. He didn't pronounce it in one way, in 10 different ways. There's a book called Brit Menucha. It's before the Ari HaKadosh. It was written by Rabbi Avraham Merimon HaSefaradi. Merimon HaSefaradi. And this, in the introduction to that book, he writes the 10 nikudot that the Kohen Gadol used to mention in Yom Kippur. Right? ומלבד שמות הקודש הידועים שאסור למוחקן, and besides for the main names of Hashem that you're not allowed to erase, יש כמה כינויים אחרים תלויים בכל שם בשם. Every name also has like a nickname. Like for example, if I use the word be'er in the Torah, be'er, what's be'er?
Well,
If I see the word be'er, can I erase it?
no.
Be'er, it's a well.
Well, no, but
Havaya I can't erase, Ekyeh I can't erase, Amonai I can't erase, Kel I can't erase, Elokim I can't erase, but Be'er I could erase. We're gonna learn that Be'er is actually a nickname, not a nickname, but nickname is a bad way of saying it.
Acronym? Or
No, not an acronym.
it's a hint of.
It's not a real name, it's kind of like the hint of
Yeah.
the name Amonai. Every time you see the word Be'er, it's hinting to Malchut.
You can't say
It's not a nickname, it's for lack of a better word I'm using that word. Huh? No, it's the actual...
reference?
It's like God's name is Shalom, right? You can't say Shalom, Masechet Megillah too, right?
In the
bathroom.
In the mikveh, can you say?
Machlok, it's also a machlok in the bathroom, but Shalom is the name of God. It's not the actual name of God. It's a kinui.
It's hinting.
It's a hint name.
Hinting.
It's a hint name, right? It's a kinui, right? Like calling a person the barber of Main Street. I don't know. It's talking about that guy.
The butcher.
Or the butcher, right?
Also the barber.
So the second name,
Also the barber.
Shalom. So why is it everything goes off this one name? The Hashem has also all the 70.
Just like there's one Ein Sof, so does the Ein Sof only have the name. There's one name. But that name breaks out. That name basically created the worlds. The Ein Sof created the name, and through the name, he created all the olamot.
So how's
The
point
Ein
of
Sof
having
is the
72
neshama.
names?
Huh?
So what's the point of having 72 names?
There's not only 70, there's 72, 42, maybe
No.
150.
No, 72 configurations of
Yeah.
the name saying.
so the 72 name with has the 3 letters. each.
It's like you, hey,
The
Orah,
Mexican
you're a
hold
nurse,
on.
you're a son, you're a grandson. You're the same person, but you get different hats. Same idea.
Shalom.
All of HaKadosh Baruch Hu's
You're a husband,
kinuim
you're a kid.
are really talking about him. But since we are in a finite world, because we were created through the name, and not through him himself, we're created through his name, Hashem Echad Ushmo,
Echad.
that's a secret of Mashiach's time, that we're going to realize that really
Everybody
his
wants
name
to-
is one with him, really.
That's it.
You understand? But we're digressing over here. We're digressing.
Yeah, I have a question for you.
No, we're digressing, gentlemen. Kigon Shetomar, what's the kinuyim, what's the hint names for Shem Havaya? If I see in the Torah, these words, they're really hinting to Yud Kei Vav Kei. What are they? Nora. Every time you see the word Nora, Hakel, Hagadol, Hagibor, Nora. Nose Avon. He carries all the Averot. Over al Pesha. He erases all the Averot. Shem Havaya. Also, Kinuyin Shel Shem Kel. The name Kel of Hashem, which is a name that can't be erased. He also has words that hint to it. What are they? כגון גדול, הקל הגדול, רחום וחנון. What's kinuyim of Shem Elokim? What are the hints to the name Elokim? כגון אדיר, אדיר is mighty, mighty. Shofet, the name Elokim, Shofet.
This is already the strict judgment.
Right? Dayan, right? ולכל אחד מאלו הכינויים יש כינויים, and every one of those hint names have other words that hint to it. יש כינויים אחרים, תלויים בכל כינויים מאלו, והם שאר כלולים בתורה. This is really the whole Torah. So every word in the Torah is a hint to another hint, to another hint, to another hint.
To a character of God.
To God himself.
Right.
To God himself.
To his
so the whole Torah is really Hashem.
Leads to him.
Right. The whole Torah is really Hashem. עד שנמצא כל Torah is all the kinuyim. That's why if you mess up one letter in the Torah, גניזה. עד שנמצא וכינויים על השמות, והשמות הקדושים כולם תלויים על השם, and everything is relying on Shem Havaya. Havaya is kind of like the lahavdil, like the battery in the middle that gives life to the whole tree. וכולם מתאחדים בו, they all become one with it. נמצא, so we see the whole Torah is really Shem Havaya. And that's why the Torah is called Torat Havaya, the Torah of Havaya. Temima. נמצאת למד, we learn from here, כשתבין כוונת שמות הקודש, when you will finally understand the meaning of every name of Hashem, ומשפחותיהם, and their families, ותשיג הכינויים המיוחדים לכל אחד מהם, and you will reach the kinui, you will know every time Hashem says something, what is that, which name is that exactly correlating to. Then as tire shakol shemo agadol, really the whole world is really a name Yud Kei Vav Kei.
College word.
Really the whole world is Yud Kei Vav Kei. Because everything is a name of another name of another name of another name, and all the names suck from Yud Kei Vav Kei, and Yud Kei Vav Kei is Shemo Agadol. Then you're gonna suddenly shake, and you will want, you will desire lidabek bo, to connect with him. Why? When you will suddenly realize that everything is Yud Kei Vav Kei, you will be so afraid of him, you will get true Yirat Shamayim. But tifached mimen. This is called V'as Tiavin Yirat Hashem V'dat Elokim Timtzad. Then, only then, you will truly reach Yirat Shamayim. That means if you don't learn about these things, you don't learn about Hashem, you'll never reach Yirat Shamayim. What are you gonna say? Everything is Hashem. So the guy's telling me, okay, how is the Shul Hashem? How is the shul a revelation of God? But if a shul is a Beit Mikdash Me'at, it's a small Beit HaMikdash, and the Mikdash is Shem Amonai, and Amonai is sucking from Havaya, so really the whole thing is really Hashem. So I'm really sitting inside Hashem right now. Just, it's funneled. It's funneled. So all I see is a shul. And you're Gavriel. So that means Hashem's name funneled until it made your neshama. Diluted. That's why Hashem said, you're not allowed to worship anything, he said. Even though everything is me, you can't worship nothing. Except my name. Which is the real name, Yud Kei Vav Kei. Only that you could worship. You're not allowed to worship a thing. You can't put me into a body. You can't put me into a planet. You can't, even though those things are gigantic. We're going to learn. Shemesh is the name of the Sphira of Tiferet. You understand? And Livana is the Malchut. That's why we're sons of the Malchut. Right? The Sphira of Malchut. That's why we all count according to the moon. Right? So everything connects. Once you figure out the Shemot, you suddenly realize that everything is Havaya. And you're Yasod. Right? And everything in your body is really one big Havaya. Understand? And then you will reach. Now, you're not going to from one time get your Shamayim. If you continuously learn it, then you will reach a Shemetz of Yirat Shamayim until you will live with it all the time.
So basically, you're bringing God into molecular level. Like you're saying, everything is a part.
You see Him in everything.
Yeah, like
so.
Everything is made out of atom.
Now you understand the mistakes all those philosophers did. They said everything is God. That means Mother Nature is God. Well, let's worship Mother Nature. And they hishtabshu because they didn't learn their Torah. You're not allowed to worship me in any funneled form. I am no form. I'm really the Ein Sof. Hashem Echad, Ushemo Echad. V'as tavin, then you will know. V'tikanes bichal otam shenemar masagveo kedashim. Hashem says, then you will reach the highest level, my VIP station, the knowers of my name. So you could be a Rosh Yeshiva and some Yeshiva and learn all the Gemaras and everything. But if you don't know this, you're not considered the knower of God. V'as tavin kamahu onesh hamaskir shem. Now you understand why come saying God's name in vain is such an avera. You understand? you're making light. You're making a joke out of his infiniteness. Kol sheken haogeh chas shalom. If a person actually mentions Yud Kei Vav Kei, kal v'chom mishlamesh or kal v'chom, whoever uses his name, because you could use his names. If you know the secret of his name, you could use it to do what you want, because if everything is havaya, all I have to know is which button to press to get what I want. And that's the secret of those tzaddikim, that they prayed in certain names to get what they wanted. And Hashem wants it like that. He wants it to use it through prayer. But you can't say Yud Kei Vav Kei only on Yom Kippur. Why? Because then Hashem is considered over al pesha, and only the Kohen Gadol. Why the Kohen Gadol? Because he's considered ben bait shel HaKadosh Baruch Hu. He's considered the one, and he's considered like Hashem's shushvin, like his best man, kiviyachol. Representative. You know, it's called the Kohen Gadol. Is called the ben in Masechet Yoma. It's called his Hashem's ben. It was the most coveted office in Am Yisrael. Everybody wanted to be the Kohen Gadol. Even if he was for one day Kohen Gadol, was enough. That's how. And once you're a Kohen Gadol, after, let's say, the other Kohen becomes tahor now, he becomes pure. The other Kohen can never be a regular Kohen, and he can't be he's a Kohen, but he can't work anymore.
Yeah.
He cannot be a regular Kohen because he already served in a high office.
The clothing.
You can't make the high office into a small office. Now he cannot be the Kohen Gadol because the other guy is tahor now. You're gonna make kina'ah. So, but just for one day, it was worth it to be the Kohen Gadol, be a ben bait of HaKadosh Baruch Hu.
So his status is Kohen Gadol now?
He's a quasi Kohen Gadol.
Quasi.
He can't work. Let's finish here for a second. Let's finish by
Wait, what if that Kohen Gadol hypothetically
Gadol.
gets tameh again? You run
if they choose him, he
Yeah.
can work again. But he can never be a Kohen Hediot because Ma'alim Bakodesh. We go up in Kodesh, velo
Never go
Moridim.
down.
Let's end over here. It's enough. We ended by the paragraph ends.
But I heard the Kohen that went to the war
We finished
also
that.
got the
Closing.
same garments, the same amount of
It's
garments.
called a Kohen HaMashiach.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're finished for today.